Good day, everyone. Today, we will be discussing about managing the move to the cloud, analyzing the risks and opportunities of cloud-based accounting information systems. So that will be our case for today. But first, before we answer the questions given to this case, let me first read the summary of this case. So, Kluvin Apteekki or Apteekki is a privately owned pharmacy in the heart of Helsinki city. It was established 4 years ago and has been growing ever since. The pharmacy business in Helsinki is actually very competitive and highly regulated by the state, but Kluvin Apteekki still tries to stand out by offering exceptional customer service. Kluvin Apteekki is owned by Pia Moxie. She is the sole owner and chief pharmacist as well. As she managed her pharmacy, accounting tasks became burdensome to Pia as she is the only one who performs financial administrative tasks, which then results to her time to manage the business became less. Because of this, Pia is now thinking if she will now try accounting services and outsource the process. Kluvin Apteekki is a small pharmacy business wherein Pia faces critical management decisions on how to embrace this new opportunity to move to the cloud. The accounting process of Kluvin Apteekki consists of five main groups of tasks: the sales, purchases, payments, reporting, and payroll. But for some time, Pia has been considering to reorganize her accounting process. With that, she had the research which led her to the concept of cloud-based AIS. She learned that cloud has three service models, and that cloud has different deployment models: a private cloud, public cloud, and the hybrid cloud model. She then started to feel interested and promising, and along with her research, Pia identified three systems. Pia has still concerns with regards to outsourcing, privacy and data security, and the possibility of lock-ins. Although she had thought to all of these things, the main reason she wanted to outsource so that she will have more time to concentrate on the core business of the pharmacy. Pia then recalled that, besides, there are professionals who make a living from accounting, and they are much better at these things than to them who are pharmacists, since Pia didn't really have a formal accounting education. Pia worries about the costs that may add up to her small business and which system must she choose that would fit her business. But Pia has to think for the long term of her business. So, as we read the questions, let us know what kind of decisions must Pia reconsider or consider. So for our first question, which cloud-based accounting information system should Pia select and why? So the answer would be the cloud-based accounting information system that Pia should select is the System 3. The System 3 because it is function-oriented and is highly efficient when it comes to system under interface, and this is where Pia pays attention the most, the system's efficiency. In addition to that, it has a moderate customization upon request, which for me is ideal that at least there is moderate interaction of customization to individual customers, since Kluvin Apteekki offers as well exceptional customer services. Unlike to the other two systems, System 3 has a limited integration upon request to third-party enterprise systems. Also, as I said a while ago, Pia focuses more on the administrative efficiency to keep operation costs down. So with that in mind, System 3 is much more ideal since its price starts at €150 per month. It may be the highest price among the three systems, but keep in mind that Pia must consider the long term. Also, there are no additional transaction fees, and in that package is that there's a 2 hours of accounting services as well. So, as you can see, in the table 2 of the case, the systems were the systems 1, 2, and 3 were presented, and they differentiated the three systems when it comes to the system user interface, target user of the system, connection to accounting service, the customer specific customization, the integration with third party enterprise systems, integration with third party reporting and payment services, the modularity, the years in business, provider origin, and the price. So when it comes to the system 3, when it comes to the system user interface, it is function oriented and highly efficient interface, and the target user of the system is the accountant. So we will later discuss the other things that is discussed here in the table 2 in the system. So I think this is the much more appropriate for Pia, since when it comes to the cost, since she worries about the cost, I think she should consider the system 3, because it talks about for the long term expenses, and unlike the other three, unlike the other two systems, the other two systems have transaction fees and accountant fees as well. So I think system 3 is the much more fit for the Kluvin Aptiki business. So for our next question is, should Pia be worried about possible lock-in with either accountant or system provider? So my answer would be, I doubt that Pia should still worry about possible lock-in, since choosing the system 3, it entails a high efficient interface, and it is tied with accounting services. So as you can see, to the connection to accounting services, it is tied. So unlike with the system 1 and 2, they are unbundled from accounting services, and the system 2 has optional services from partner network. So this is much more appropriate, which will help Pia to trust more that there will be no possible lock-ins in her system. So system 3 originated in Finland, wherein accounting services in Finland is known for being highly competitive. System 3 has been operating for about 30 years in business. And among the three systems, System 3 is the oldest among them, which will give Pia more assurance and trust to the system. System 3 has operated for almost 30 years, which gives them an advantage because they have more experiences on how to handle and settle things. In addition to that, System 3 doesn't have any transaction costs, and it also includes 2 hours of accounting services. Since the target user of the system is the accountant, if ever Pia hires an accountant, she still doesn't have to worry about possible lock-ins, since she will be the one to use the system, and the system is automated. Now let us move on to question number 3. So, question number 3. How should Pia mitigate the possible data security risks? Remember that data security risk is one of the concerns of Pia. So, my answer would be, as Pia chooses System 3, Pia will be able to mitigate or lessen possible data security risks by building and maintaining a secure network and systems, and by that I mean is to implement and install firewalls to protect data. Having internal firewalls will protect a network from attacks that have already gotten past the perimeter. So Pia should be able to mitigate it by ensuring that all of the accounting transactions that are raw data are stored in one place, and that Pia must regularly monitor the work of the accountant, and implementing or installing a CCTV camera to make sure that there are no other persons trying to record the data in the transactions, and that the accountant is really the one doing the work. So I have suggested that she should implement and install firewalls to protect data. So what are these internal firewall? So An internal firewall is a security solution designated to protect a network from attacks that have already gotten past the perimeter. A firewall, in general, is a device or software designated to monitor traffic and prevent unauthorized access, which will help PIA and prevent unauthorized access. And an internal firewall is an advanced application of that concept. So I think that is the best thing that she can do to lessen the possible data security risks. So let us proceed to question number 4. Is price an important factor when choosing the system? This would be my answer. Price is indeed an important factor when choosing a system. It doesn't mean that it's cheap and then you're already done with your decision of choosing the cheaper one. However, there is no need to spend excessive money to implement a system. So, everything must be weighed before choosing a system. Cheaper systems can actually be costly in the long run, depending on the system. That's why System 3 is much more ideal among the 3 systems because it may be costly among the 3 per month, but there are no additional costs added such as transaction cost and accounting fees. Price must be taken into consideration that will help the industry or company in the long run. However, choosing a system still comes with a price, but you must see to it if it is beneficial to the company as well. So, I think the price still matters in choosing the system. So, for question number 5, what is the optimal division of work between PIA and the accountant? Should PIA outsource all the accounting tasks to herself? So, after that, we will evaluate each accounting task on their suitability to outsourcing in the cloud context. So, we will use the table A1 provided in the case in appendix and discuss the implications of your choices. So, let us answer first the first 2 questions. So, my answer would be PIA should consider doing selective outsourcing to all of the accounting tasks, since this is her main reason that as her business grew, the amount of administrative work related to the business, especially the accounting tasks, has become a burden to her since all of the financial administration are done by her. Through outsourcing outsourcing accounting tasks, PIA will have more time on important tasks in the management of the business. So rather than doing all the tasks on her own, she must outsource the other accounting tasks to have more time to concentrate on the core business of the pharmacy. So, selective outsourcing means selective outsourcing is a targeted sourcing strategy that relies upon sending very specific functions and work off premises, while keeping other functions on premises. Off premises can be performed either offshore or onshore. So, there are many reasons organizations pursue a selective outsourcing strategy, including cost management and the ability to access skill sets not possessed by staff members. So, it done properly, selective outsourcing can create a competitive differentiation by allowing an organization to take advantage of the knowledge and services offered by a third-party provider. So, let us now evaluate each accounting task. So, these are the group of tasks or accounting tasks. First is the sales, purchases, payments, reporting, and the payroll. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 group of tasks or accounting tasks. So let us first discuss the sales. So under this accounting task that is sales, it must be done by PIA herself. Since she is the sole owner and chief pharmacist of Kluvin Aptiki, it should be done by PIA alone because sales represent a more detailed itemization of sales made, since those information include such items as the sales data, invoice number, customer name, items sold, sale amounts, freight charge, sales taxes, value added tax, and so on. Therefore, sales must be done by Pia herself because such information shouldn't be disclosed so easily to other people. Now let us proceed to purchases. Purchases must be done by what they call pharmacy technicians. Pharmacy technicians are often the principal buyers of medications and supplies for the pharmacy. On the other hand, purchases can be participated by several staff members, which is a more general approach to all pharmacy. They can be involved in ordering pharmaceuticals. The more appropriate people to be involved in purchases are the staff that are full-time workers because they must also have a participation when it comes to the running of their business. An effective pharmaceutical purchasing and inventory control system requires the understanding and active participation of all pharmacy staff. Certain staff members are often designated to be responsible for managing the pharmacy inventory and purchasing activities. Now let us proceed to the payments. Payments should be monitored by PIA because payments refer to all monetary transactions between Kluvin Aptiki and third parties for the goods or services that are purchased by the company or additional fees and payments due. PIA must take into consideration doing electronic banking or using PayPal, credit cards, or any other way in doing payments as it will benefit her business as well. Now let us proceed to reporting. Reporting should be outsourced to an auditor. Books are to be closed at the end of each financial period and everything has to be checked thoroughly. The auditor must review those financial reports to ensure the company's validity and legality when it comes to the reports. Auditors also give advice about possible risk aversions. Auditors are the one as well that checks if there are errors in the reporting process since errors can give consequences to the company. The person doing the reporting process must be updated about changes in tax legislation since errors can cause heavy fines to tax authorities. Now let us proceed to payroll. Under the payroll, it can be done by either hiring a payroll processing service, a bookkeeper, or an accountant. The reason for this because of the complex nature and various facets of payroll. Many companies choose to outsource payroll services, and payroll processing in the Kluvin Aptiki is a bit complex since there are part-time workers and PIA has to record all of their performance each day, which takes a lot of work. That's why hiring an accountant is an ideal type. Now let us proceed to our sixth question. How to ensure a good fit between the selected system and the work management? My answer would be, to ensure a good fit between the selected system and the work management is by taking into consideration the compatibility of the selected system and the work management of its business. The selected system must be complementary to the work management because not all systems can be ideal to the working management of the business. For our seventh question, what are the transaction costs incurred by the decision? System 3 is the one that P has chosen. Therefore, the transaction costs incurred by the decision is €150 per month and there are no transaction fees. Since an auditor accountant is needed, more than €65 should be estimated for this kind of costs. Additional costs may be added, but it is for the long run of their business. Now for our last question, what about long-term strategy? Reflect on the implications of your choices in the future. So, as PIA starts to move forward in using the System 3 of cloud-based accounting information systems, she will start to see the benefits of this system, from outsourcing of accounting tasks to being more flexible and efficient to their business. Though this system, PIA is able to focus more in managing and handling her business. PIA will also be able to think of more strategies to stand out more around her competitors. Now, if it happens to be that the cloud-based accounting system is not really fit for her small business, Then, she may either change to a different system or totally abandon it, but this kind of decision means sacrificing the costs she has given to these cloud-based systems. Those are all the questions that we need to answer as Pia's strategy and transformation consultant to help her analyze the cloud-based accounting information systems. So with that, I end my discussion about this case. So have a nice day and good day.